just want to say, like, when Chapter 4 first came out, I made a theory that Elliot Ludwig was the prototype and was mimicking Ollie's voice to make us think that it was Ollie. I was incredibly flipping wrong. As you can if you listen to the tape, you can see Elliot and Ollie fighting and saying Ollie saying that she was just a prototype. So I was incredibly wrong, just to clear that, because it's kind of funny. But anyways, so my theory is, when is Chapter 6 going to release? So we had Chapter 1 that had this boy right here as the main villain, released on October 2021. Yeah, it's making me feel old. But yeah, it looked incredibly good graphics and all, but obviously the graphics have just gotten better since then, which is kind of shocking. But anyway, so it basically had us going through the factory and having Huggy Wuggy just sneaking into the factory, and then it just ended with a vent chase and us supposedly killing him. And then that's about it. Chapter 2, released in May 2022, months after Chapter 1, which kind of surprises me because it's longer, better graphics. Yeah. And actually I have way more voice lines in Chapter 1. Chapter 1 only had one line. Actually, yeah. So we had that. It was way longer. It had 3 mini games and puzzles in between them, and like 10-minute chase scene, which was very, very scary. Then it ended with Poppy kind of betraying us and crashing the train and leading it to go to Home Sweet Home instead of out of the factory. It could have just ended a Chapter 2 there, but Poppy betrayed us, which I kind of wanted that to happen because I would miss Poppy Playtime. But anyways, then we had Chapter 3, which was kind of the best chapter. January, which released nearly 2 years after Chapter 2, with the release date of January 2024. So yeah, it was like hours longer than Chapter 2. With multiple bosses, a very good quality, multiple scenes that had me like actually really scared. Yeah, I think people think that Chapter 3 was the best chapter out of all of them, but in my opinion it's Chapter 5. I love Chapter 5, but anyway, Chapter 5 needed less puzzles. Now, this is when Poppy Playtime started to get a bit of hate. That's when Chapter 4 came out, January 2025. The same release date as just a year after Chapter 3. And it had lots of bugs on release. Like, lots of bugs. I'm talking about Yarnaby not in his boss area, not being able to hide from Yarnaby in the spots. Yeah. To be honest, I did think Chapter 4 was good, but the bugs were quite annoying. But Chapter 5 had an annoying bug where I couldn't get Chapter 5 on P, where I got Chapter 5 but I wasn't able to play it on the first day. And Chapter 5 on Nintendo Switch had a lot of annoying bugs, but Chapter 4 was even worse. You could just look at people's release streams to see what I mean. people got really angry with the bugs. Really angry with the bugs. Saying that Chapter 5, they needed to take their time and release it and take their time making the game and not rushing it like Chapter 4. Chapter 5, released on February 2026. They stepped it up a notch. Good gameplay, good scenes, very good quality. Excuse me. To be honest, I very liked Chapter 5. I loved Chapter 5. But it was very annoying because when it first released on February 18th, 2026, I tried to play it, but a bug got to me. It said like could not play Chapter 5 or something on the thing whenever I tried to play it, so I could not play it like genuinely. So, and Mob Entertainment, lots of people had the same problem, and Mob Entertainment was saying that, so they worked on a patch. But what made it more annoying is the patch came out while I was asleep, so I couldn't play it until the day after it came out, and Fake Noodles and all played it, and I just couldn't wait. I needed to watch some videos to see what happened. And yeah, it was quite good. And guys, we are certainly getting a Chapter 6, and it's going to be the last chapter. Because this entire franchise is not going to end with the Doctor still being alive, the prototype still roaming around and being alive, and yeah, it's not going to end like that. And Poppy and Kissy missing. We're going to have to find them again. But anyway, so that's when we need to start looking at the future. Chapter 5 had a bit of issues. For me, it was too many puzzles and that bug I told you about. I still love Chapter 5, not gonna lie. But people said, again, that they needed to take time in Chapter 6, have it. Someone even said have it late 2027 or early 2028. But in my opinion, I cannot wait that long. Genuinely, I cannot wait that long. I just want to know what happens in Chapter 6. I just really want to know what happens. Fan games are not enough. So I kind of wanted to release March or April 2027, which could be possible, but after the bug on Chapter 5 released, when people couldn't even play it on release day, they might make it so it takes a bit of, they might make it so it releases maybe March, April, or June, July, or later if they really take their time. But in my opinion, my guess is March or April or June or July. That's my guess for Chapter 6 release date. And that's all for the Theory. Bye.